And we are live on YouTube. Let me see if I can get my Instagram to go live. Awesome. And we are live on Instagram as well. So, everyone, welcome to the Transformers Are Us special guest. We've got Bots and Cats, we've got Wolf, and we've got Alex in no uncertain order. We may have another guest come in. I just realized I'm looking at the wrong camera. So, pardon me, my camera etiquette isn't as up to date as I would like it to be. But anyway, we're actually dual posting tonight, so you can either catch us on Instagram or you can catch us on our YouTube channel. Both of them are airing live right now, and the whole purpose of this get together is to basically bring some information to you guys that you may or may not even know about, which is what to expect in 2025 in terms of the toy series. So there is a ton of information about it. If you guys caught our very early morning program live between Bots and Cats and I, you heard a lot of it, but now we've got four people on the panel and they may have additional information. But, with that being said, let's jump right in. So, guys, what have you heard? And Aiden, you're not supposed to answer this because you kind of already
Okay.
know, but what have you guys heard as far as what is coming out next year? Are there going to be any lines continuing? Are we getting a brand new line? What are your thoughts, Wolf and Alex?
Um, so
Put you
far,
guys on the spot here.
so as some Transformers fans may already be aware, some of the new upcoming figures that'll be coming out early next year, highly anticipated figure has been Studio Series 86 Devastator.
Yes.
And of course, we'll be getting him like with Studio Series Revenge of the Fallen Devastator, one component at a time. And chances are they may do like a full release box set, like, once all the characters are out. Um, so that's something I'm really looking forward to. I have a G1 style Devastator, but of course I'm always looking forward to Studio Series 86 figures because they're the true embodiment of G1 to an extent, of course. So
Yeah, and
we have
along
that.
with that set, so you'll be there's six figures total, and you'll be able to get five of the figures, Walmart, Target, major retailers and stuff like that. But the leader class Overload, Constructicon Overload, is going to be a Target exclusive in the Studio series. So that one may end up being hard to find. That may be the one that kind of bypasses everyone when it comes out, just because anytime there's an exclusive, people could hop on the Target app and buy them up before the inventory actually reaches stores. So I'm
Right.
kind of I'm excited about that one, but at the same time, there's a really good chance we could miss, you know, one. It kind of goes back to the Combiner Wars days, when they announced Deluxe Groove.
Yeah.
Like they announced him, and everybody on eBay had him for just outrageously stupid money. But you know, he was very hard to find in brick and mortar stores until well after the fact that he was popular. So once the popularity on him died down, then you could find him, pawn shops and stuff like that at a decent price. But when he's first announced, you couldn't find him anywhere hanging on a peg.
Yeah.
So, Alex, have you heard anything
Just
as far as toy lines coming out in
the
25?
power. What? It's like the power of the primes, but they like changed it up.
Yeah, they calling it Age of the Primes now.
Yep.
So
Yeah, so Transformers Age of the Primes will be the new series after the Legacy wraps up. So you obviously you had Legacy, Legacy Evo, and then Legacy United. Once that wraps up, the next toy line to roll out will be Transformers Age of the Prime. Um, what concerns me about that and everything that I've read is it really sounds like another Power of the Primes type toy line where you're going to get a figure, whether it's Deluxe, Voyager, or Leader class, and then you're going to have a Prime Master to go with him, a
yeah,
la Headmasters or Target Masters or any of that. And if that's the case, I really hope it isn't. But if that's the case, I think it's a little too soon after Power of the Primes to do that all over again.
right.
Because I don't think Power of the Primes was that big of a mover. So,
Yeah. Yeah, the more sought after figures were like the combiner type figures such as Volcanicus, Abominus, Predaking, and what was the other two? The Inferno Combiner and the Starscream Combiner. Those were the more sought after figures.
yeah,
Because that's essentially what I thought Combiner Wars would have been like. You know, a war amongst the Combiners, or kind of like what? Oh man, what is it? The space race back in the '60s, where it would be like a competition between the Autobots and the Decepticons trying to outdo the other as far as combiners go, you
yeah,
know. And then, they stick us with the iconic ones: Superion, Defensor, Bruticus, Menasor, and Devastator. And then we get these new ones we've never heard of: Optimus Maximus, Skyrain, Victorion. Um, so there was that to look forward to. Um, certain members of Combiner Wars, like Dragstrip, for example, couldn't find anywhere in Walmart or Target. Could only find him at like Toys R Us, and so there's that. Of course, the cost of figures have gone up as well.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the downside to the years, because it was, when did Combiner Wars come out? 2014, 2015, somewhere in that
So,
area. I was
somewhere along
getting
there.
deluxe class figures left, right, and sideways. For example, we'll say the cost of a deluxe class figure like Megatron during that point in time would have been 1483, and the sales tax, the total after tax would have been like 1531 or 1631, somewhere in there. Um, and now the cost has gone up to where they're like 2483, 2497,
Yeah,
and the total after tax is just ridiculous. So we're essentially paying the cost of a Voyager, and we're getting a deluxe class figure on top of that.
yeah, yeah. No, totally agree with that. Yeah, so Age of the Primes will be the new line. The only one that has been announced so far is Megatronus, and it's basically a gray and black Megatron with flame attachments. From the pictures shown, it looks like possibly Deluxe, maybe a Voyager, but again, it's not a complete retool. It's basically just a remold, just a repaint of Megatron from the War for Cybertron series, still in the tank mode, Got a few different add-ons, a little bit more detail to him, but all in all, it it isn't that
There we go.
impressive. Um,
If I can get the. There we
yep,
go.
there you go. So Wolf has got him down there in the bottom, and I mean, he doesn't really ring any bells for me.
No.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I'm a box collector, but I still collect according to how unique they are, because obviously when you're in business or whatever, uniqueness sells. So if you have 5 Megatrons and one of them is drastically different, you're buying far going to sell him before you sell any of the other 4, because they're very, very similar. And when it comes to selling those 4 similar Megatrons, you usually go for the least expensive. So I was looking for a little bit more out of them, perhaps a brand new mold. Maybe he goes back to his Cybertronian, starship or something, but Megatronus in name, and then just your typical Megatron and Megatron tank robot in alt form just doesn't ring it for me. So that's what's been announced so far. It's just that one in the Age of Primes line. Now, Studio Series will continue into next year, but 2 key things. So they're getting away from windowless boxes, which I think is fantastic. So now we'll have, proper bots with windows that I think just look a whole lot better than any random, legacy bot, just because it added a little more mystique to it. And they're also doing away with the numbering system. So I believe, looking here, I believe Studio Series, let's see, go into 25.
I think Ape Link was the last one they were.
Yeah,
doing.
Ape Link
Yeah.
will be the last one to actually use the numbering system. So yeah, that's, which I'm not really sad to see go, but it kind of is what it is.
Yeah, I could have cared for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also getting rid of the cardboard.
Oh yeah.
What's it
The
called? The backs.
backdrops.
Yep,
The
the
backdrop.
cardboard backdrop. So
Yeah.
if you can find the article that I was at that
Not about either.
really like went down into it. Let's see, 2025. Here we go. So basically the Spring Wave, the line's packaging was completely refreshed for the first time, notably seeing a return to plastic windows and the abandonment of the line's signature ID numbers and backdrop displays. On the new design, in alignment with the concurrent Age of Primes toy line. In this vein, the unique Gamer Edition branding for video games toys was removed. Studio Series also began shifting from 4 waves per year to 3, reducing the amount of repacked figures and allowing more time for each wave to stay on shelves. As part of these changes, 2025's initial winter wave served as sort of a stopgap offering comprised of multiple package refreshes. And then the core class will also be discontinued. And then let's see, all 6 Constructicons are scheduled to be released within 1 calendar year to make them easier to collect. It also saw the the addition of Transformers Devastation video game to the toy line. So we'll get a couple of bots from the Transformers Devastation game. So, any thoughts on that?
So going back to what you were talking about, you said that they're reducing 4 waves to 3
Mm-hmm.
for next year.
Yep.
And why is that? What was like
So
the explanation for that in the
basically,
article?
just to give the toys that are on the shelf a little bit more shelf life. So instead of releasing a wave and then waiting 2 months and then releasing the second wave, forcing retailers to put the first wave on clearance, they're going to leave the first wave out there. So instead of basically having to do it once a quarter and refresh their inventory on shelves, they're basically going to do it 3 times a year versus 4 times a year. So it's going to lead to longer shelf times for bots in the previous wave, which I'm looking at the list now. There's going to be several that just sit and collect dust and
yeah.
end up in the
Mhm.
clearance bin anyway. So, the deluxe class, and instead of, well, I can go, yeah, we'll go wave by wave. So, the first wave, what you're looking at or what you're going to be looking for in the deluxe class is Double Punch from Rise of the Beasts, Bumblebee from the Bumblebee movie, but he's going to be a beetle, and then the last deluxe class in wave 27 will be Decepticon Hatchet from Dark of the Moon, which is basically just the who was the
You got
who were the black,
Berserker, Hatchet.
well, who were in Dark of the Moon? Who were the black
The Dread
Tahoe trucks?
Bones.
Berserker, was that one?
Berserker, yeah,
Berserker,
Hatchet.
Crowbar,
Crankcase, crowbar,
Crankcase.
hatchet.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. So that's what Decepticon Hatchet's gonna be. And honestly, looking at the picture, it doesn't. I mean, the GMC Yukon mode is fairly spot on, but it looks like the robot mode is a dog sitting on his hind legs begging for a treat, if you can imagine that.
yeah.
So, I mean, that's the picture that they provided us, and it's just not appealing. Um, and then you get an A level assortment. So that's going to be B127 from Transformers 1, and then Devastation Optimus Prime from the video game Devastation. Which, it's been a while since I played Devastation, but Optimus Prime, I mean, do we really need another Optimus Prime? I mean, that's one of the
Yeah.
questions. I mean, how many do you need to fit in your collection?
I only
mean,
have 4. Too many.
the so I don't know about that one. I mean,
Yeah.
it is from a completely different series, Transformers Devastation. Not everyone played the game. So some
Oh
people are
yeah.
going to see it and be like, "Oh my God, that's a brand new Prime that I've never seen." But those of us that have played the game be like, you know,
Yeah.
stuff like that. So I don't know.
I've beaten the horse dead on this one.
Yeah,
Studio Series Devastation Optimus looks like a real letdown, honestly.
does he?
Yeah, because the promotional products, the promotional images that they had, the robot mode is really lacking. The vehicle mode makes me think it's a knockoff version of the official toy, and they really fell short on it, for especially for a company that does nothing but repaints and barely any retooling, remolds, or anything
Yeah,
like that. They could have Yeah, they really could have taken Studio Series
Hold
86
that closer,
Optimus.
Aiden.
Yeah, I was trying to. There we go.
Yeah, like it really missed the mark by
And also, that's
by
what the
a
new.
whole lot. Like it looks
Yeah,
like a
that
knockoff.
looks. It really does.
It-
It looks like a
That's
very
exactly
cheap
what I've been
third
thinking.
party, something you find at the flea market on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah,
Especially with the new box designs, because I think that's what they're gonna look like.
Yes, yes. So what I didn't read was they're going with an all black box. It's going to have the character on one side and the map of all the characters on the opposite side, but it's going to be a very plain looking box, which you just showed. So yeah, it's no more cool boxes with hints and stuff like that, like we saw in Siege, Earthrise, and Kingdom and all that. I think it's just going to be a very plain looking box. So,
yeah,
but anyway, going into the Voyager class for that same wave, so alongside those particular deluxes, looks like we're getting Gamer Edition Skywarp from War for Cybertron. And hold on to your seats. Studio Series 102 Optimus Prime from Rise of the Beasts, which is only a package refresh. So if you got Optimus Prime, Rise of the Beast, and Studio Series this year, save your money because number 102
Yeah.
is going to be the same exact bot in a different box.
mm-hmm.
So again, another just rebox of Optimus Prime.
Yeah,
So I was gonna show
Yeah.
y'all the picture of that Optimus Prime. They said that they're going back to the plastic screen on the boxes, but this one is just the plain cardboard box we've
Yeah,
been
that one
getting.
looks like it didn't have one at all.
The
yeah,
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. So who knows what they're up to at this point? I mean, it's so
yeah,
yeah.
And then
And then
the
the
Bumblebee movie, Bumblebee, that's a brand new mold.
yeah.
the
So they're
Beetle, yeah.
they're capable of coming up with a whole new mold for the Volkswagen Bumblebee from that movie, but
Yeah, hopefully it
they
just looks nothing like the Lego set they just announced because the Lego set is horrible.
yeah,
They should have just took the Lego brand off that and just stamped it with Duplo because
yeah,
that it'd have probably sold two more. I'm only getting that set if it is gifted to me, and hopefully they don't give me the receipt so I can take it back.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. All right. So, yeah,
Alright.
staying with that same wave, the later class will be Galvatron from the '86 movie, in leader class, which I've got to tell you, I mean, there's been so many Galvatrons recently that have either been hit or just absolute myths. So you can get the Galvatron in the was it Earthrise or Siege? It was in one of those, but you could get that Galvatron
Kingdom, I
or
think.
yeah, Kingdom. Or you could get the Galvatron from the War for Cybertron Selects, right? The War for Cybertron Selects is actually the better bot when you put them side by side. Selects is the better bot, but Galvatron in Selects did not, has not, and is still not selling. His MSRP is like 48, 49 bucks, right? You can find them all day long on eBay for 30 to 35. And so
Yeah,
my advice to Hasbro is if you haven't made this particular Galvatron yet, look at everything that's come before it and make sure you use the right color scheme. Because if
Yeah.
you go all purple, you'll probably sell some, but if you go with the purple and mostly white, they're going to the clearance shelves
Yeah.
because no one is interested in a white suit Galvatron. Just
Yeah.
no one.
Yeah.
No,
The other problem with it was the mold. They
Yep.
just reused the same mold over and over again, and Studio
Over
Series
and
86
over.
was the opportunity to come up with a whole new mold. Yeah, that's the movie coloration of
Mhm.
it.
And the
So
only
Yep.
thing
that's the right colors, just the wrong mold for Galvatron. Honestly.
the only thing that they've been updating on it is just the legs over and over again. It's just the
Yeah,
legs.
no, that's
Just the legs.
Hang on, y'all discuss that. I've got to come right back. Hang on, sorry.
so let me see.
Isn't it just like a repaint?
Yes.
Yeah,
Definitely.
repaint of Kingdom Galvatron. So the Megatronus we're supposed to be getting is based on the IDW Megatronus.
Oh.
Yeah. And I think personally one of my favorite designs is can't really focus on him that well. I'm gonna try and get it to was Robots in Disguise from 2015.
Ugh.
And then another variant that they should have done was from the Titans Return Power of the Primes series on YouTube.
That was pretty cool.
And what I liked about this Megatronus is he was voiced by Mark Hamill, who is notoriously well known for Luke Skywalker.
And Joker.
Joker. Don't know if anybody knows Regular Show. He was Skips in Regular Show.
Gibbs. He's coming back.
Oh yeah. Let's see. There was another.
Yeah, it's basically just the same Galvatron of this.
Yeah.
And this thing's pretty trash too. I don't know why I bought it.
And then like the thing Wade was reading about like the upcoming waves, like reducing it from 4 to 3. They said they're
Yeah.
also doing that to like have more time to produce like new molds. When the 3 waves are gonna release that they've already announced, half of them are just repaints.
Yeah.
They're not
Mhm.
even new molds.
Not even new. Just
No.
repaint.
Yeah. Yeah. One of the personally a Studio Series or a Megatronus, I think we deserve more than any other is Transformers 1.
Yeah, that
'Cause he-
Megatronus was that one was honestly so slick.
Yeah.
Especially when he popped out his shoulder cannons and shot out the rockets.
Yeah.
Oh, that part was so good. And then I wanted to know more about the one that had like the goggles that he looked like sea spray.
Yeah, I think what was his name? I think they had the name of the primes and I think they had pictures to go with them.
I know, I've been trying to find them.
I don't know if you've seen the pictures for like Sentinel and Bumblebee from Transformers 1, like the Studio Series, but why do they look like cartoons?
I mean,
Like the images they showed us for like to pre-order and everything, like that doesn't like those paint applications don't like make me want to buy it.
oh yeah.
It looks like you gave it to like a 3-year-old and like, oh here, give it a quick paint job. Like Optimus and Megatron are way better than those images.
Okay. Let's see.
Only thing that does Sandal Prime really justice is battle mode, kind of.
All right.
And you're back.
Find that.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I had a quick avalanche I had to take care of. So
was it?
When I came back, the screen was black. So I'm hoping we're
this
still
one, Alex
live.
Can't
I'm
tell
actually
from
gonna
this
check
angle. I'm trying to
Instagram.
get it.
Is that the goggles guy?
Yeah, it should be. I'm trying to get the screen to pick up on them. There we go.
Who is
Yeah,
that?
Yeah, this one is Alchemist Prime.
Oh, okay.
So we know which one Alpha Trion was. Then there's then we have, let's see, Prima, and then goes to Vector Prime, which he kind of looks like an all-white version of his Legacy incarnation.
Honestly, yeah.
that one
Then
was
we
so
have-
random.
Yeah, we have Solus Prime.
That just looks like a Lita.
Yeah, Vector was just like a random release, like out of the blue.
That really was. That was.
Oh
like,
yeah.
But the
Next one is Amalgamus Prime.
That's the one I've been wanting to know who his name was. That would be cool to get a figure.
This is the one who got stabbed from behind by Sentinel, Nexus Prime.
That's the one. Nexus Prime.
Now, where are you getting that information, Wolf?
Just an image I pulled up off of Google.
Oh, just imaging. Okay.
Yeah, these are like I think character cards that came out.
I got you.
Then we have let's see, Micronus Prime.
Yeah,
See if I can-
it's been out for a while.
I don't know about you guys, but to me he kind of looks like a variant of Monkey Prime.
Monkey Prime.
Yeah.
Then we
Wolf,
have.
did you say that Optimus and Megatron are deluxes?
Yeah. So let me see.
For next year, yes.
Yeah, 114.
Well, yeah, you'll get a Devastation Optimus Prime that's going to be deluxe. And then you will also get the Voyager class Series 102 that's from Rise of the Beast. He will be a Voyager. So,
yeah. This Studio Series Devastation Optimus, he's going to be about this size when you get him.
Yeah.
Personally, I think Prime and Megatron from this movie should have been released as leader class. I think it would have fit them a lot better, simply because of how tall they get later on in the film.
Yeah.
They should have at least done them as Voyagers to go with Sentinel.
I think. Let me brain fart. So, I
What's
think it's
bigger,
like
leader class? Or
yeah,
Voyager?
Sentinel should have been released as a leader.
No, leader is bigger.
Yeah.
Bigger?
Yeah.
Let's see
Yeah,
what
it goes
I have.
core, deluxe, Voyager leader, and then supposedly Commander, but Commander really isn't anything. It's either deluxe or Voyager. I mean, think Skylinks. When Skylinks is fully formed, it's a Voyager, but individually as Sky or Lynx are just deluxes. So
yeah, like I said,
looks like we
Megatron
lost
from this movie
Aiden.
should have been this size. It just would have been more fitting for him. So, but like when we saw Optimus speaking to Jazz and the other bots trying to rally them to go against Sentinel later on in the film, we see that their cogged forms, they are much taller. So, Orion and D16 would have been Voyager, and then after Orion gets the Matrix, he becomes a leader class scale figure. So,
yeah.
let's see.
So going back to Studio Series, we've already covered Wave 27 or the first wave. The last leader class you're going to get in the first wave is number 118, Ape Link, which is going to be the last of the numbering system. So it's going to end with Ape Link. So honestly, I'm not really looking forward to that one just because, you know, in the movie there was very little difference
Yeah.
between Ape Link and Primal. Ape Link just happened to be grayer, and you know, of course, he's got the forearm, you know, shards or knives or whatever. But I don't know why you make him a leader class.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, all of 30 seconds in the movie and he's out. So there's no
Yeah.
backstory. There's no other than the conversation that the Maximals have with Ape Link before Scourge shows up. That's the only information you get really about Ape Link, and he is their supposed leader at that point. No, Ape, you know, if you go, we stay, you know, or if you go, we go, or you stay, we stay, we'll fight this together. No, I command you, you know, take off on the freaking space shuttle and save humanity. So that's one. I mean, I'll probably end up with it just because I'm a very compulsive buyer, but it's not one that I'm going to be lining up for the day of release. And it's definitely not one I'm going to be first in line to pre-order. I'm going to wait till that sucker hits clearance at Walmart. I'm going to pick him up for $11. So, but
Yeah.
in the Commander class is where you'll start. So the very end of Wave 3, you'll get a Commander class, and that's where your Constructicons come in. So it'll actually be a 2-pack. It'll be Long Haul and Hook. Now, what it doesn't say is if they're going to be, you know, Deluxe, Voyager, or whatever else. I have some thoughts on it, but I don't know what that's going to be. Like I said, they could be both Deluxes, they could be both Voyagers, but they're going to come out in a set, and they're going to be based off the 86 movie. So that'll be the last release in the first wave next year. Going into wave 28, which is the second wave of 2025, in the Deluxe class, we'll be getting Constructicon Bone Crusher, right, from the 86 movie. You'll be getting a Wheeljack from Dark of the Moon, which is Wheeljack in Dark of the Moon?
He is, but he isn't. Like, he's referred to as Q in the movie, but like the end credits have him credited as Q/Wheeljack.
So he was probably a deleted scene or a cut scene. So who knows what form we're getting with Wheeljack.
Yeah.
I very seriously doubt it's going to be anything along the lines of his G1 version. And with it being Dark of the Moon, being a full 10 years before Rise of the Beast, I don't think we'll see him in his Volkswagen van mode either. So Wheeljack will be interesting just to see what he looks like. I'm gonna see real
There he is. Kind of a bad angle of him. There we go.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
They said his design was meant to be inspired by Albert Einstein, which, I mean, I can see, but...
Well, that was Q, though. I mean, Q was, you know, the little RC truck bot. Look, I mean, physically in the face and with the, you know, crazy hair, he was, you know, Einstein. He even had the small, you know, spherical glasses. Yeah. So, but anyway, so you'll get Wheeljack from Dark of the Moon into Deluxe, and then from the Transformers 86 movie, Autobot Jazz package refresh. So basically means we're just getting another Jazz from some other series that's just in a different box. Now, being that it's from the 86 movie, I would imagine, I'm trying to think of a Jazz that was, that actually looked like Jazz, aside from the 86 movie. And I don't know where they'll pull that design from, but hopefully he's a Porsche. Hopefully he's white with his red and black stripes. And hopefully he has some semblance of his 86 version.
Right. Oh yeah. Okay.
So did we just lose Bots and Cats, or did he quit voluntarily? Or
I think he
never
said
mind.
his. Yeah, I think he said his.
I'm back
iPhone
in on
died.
my phone. Okay. So let me see if I can send him another invite. You guys just
So
talk
for
amongst
Studio
yourselves.
Series 86 Devastator, the only deluxes we're gonna get are Bone Crusher and Scavenger. Everyone else is a Voyager.
Voyager.
Yeah.
And I say Voyager with air quotes because I was looking at the packaging that Bone Crusher and Scrapper are going to be in. It's small, but it's there. Scrapper is going to be 17 steps in transformation, and
There we go. My bad, Aiden.
Bone
I
you're
Bone
eased you
Crusher is
down.
going to be 16 steps, I believe. Let me see. But yeah, there's going to be like one additional step that separates Scrapper and Bone Crusher, and they're like, "Yeah, this is Voyager. This is Deluxe." No, it's not. It's just an additional step in transformation.
Yeah, Aiden, with you being in the green room waiting, we kind of stopped. We went through the basically the second wave of Studio Series toys that are coming out.
Mhm.
You know, you're gonna get Constructicon Bone Crusher from the '86 movie in a deluxe class. You'll get Wheeljack from Dark of the Moon. We had a kind of quick discussion of
Yeah, I was sitting in
what
the
he would even look like,
Yeah.
because he
So I
didn't
have a
make a
picture
physical
of him.
appearance in the movie. Oh, do you?
Yeah. So in the movie he's a Mercedes-Benz E550, and
Hmm.
that's the same car they're gonna use for the Studio Series. And this is
That's
basically like
rough.
what they came up with.
Eesh.
Yeah. It's like, who's worse, Dark of the Moon, Rise of the Beasts? You vote.
Yeah, that's crazy. And then the last deluxe is going to be Autobot Jazz from the '86 movie, but it also says package refresh, which means we're just going to get a bot that's already been released
Of course.
Yeah.
in a new Studio Series package. So I'm not very inspired
Me
by
neither.
that, so to speak. But yeah, that'll be different. Well, I guess different's the wrong word. Being a package refresh, it's going to be more the same, just in a different box.
Yeah.
Moving on to the Voyager class, things get kind of interesting here. We'll have well, I'll take that back. We'll have a Voyager class of Ironhide from the War for Cybertron.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking
Except
forward to that one.
Voyager. So, I mean, everyone has seen the deluxe Ironhide from War for Cybertron. Voyager, what, the same thing, just a tad bit bigger? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know why you would rush out and, hey, here's my $40, give me that one. So, I really don't know. So War for Ironhide, or War for Cybertron Ironhide, you'll get Constructicon Scrapper as a Voyager class from the movie, and then Sentinel Prime from Transformers 1 in Voyager class.
That one's kind of iffy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not until Leader class comes out in the second wave that we finally get a bot that references the line that is currently coming out, which is Age of the Primes. And guess who it is? another Optimus Prime. So, yeah, we'll get a leader class Optimus Prime from Age of Extinction. Not his best mold,
It was,
I don't
yeah.
think.
Isn't that the night mode?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
this is Ironhide.
Yeah,
This is what Ironhide's supposed to look like.
Yeah.
He's-
essentially an all red version of Ratchet.
Yeah, yeah.
and then this is Optimus. The only thing they did, well, he's going to be a studio series, but they messed up his forearms, added shoulder pads, and fixed his legs, and then the back kibble. But other than that, it's like the same parts from the Age of Extinction Optimus Prime.
Yeah. Yep. And honestly, I'm not a fan of really any of the Age of Extinction bots. I mean, I don't know. That whole movie was kind of off from the get-go. I mean, it seemed like it was just a vehicle to bring in the Dinobots, and really the Dinobots did nothing other than
Like a
provide
very
transportation.
Yep.
You know, I mean, that was just it. I mean, you had the one cute scene, you know, where who was that? Doggone it.
Drift. Was it?
Drift. Yeah, you had Drift, you know, fighting off the baby Dinobots, you know, kicking them because they was all chewing on his legs and stuff like that. But I mean, other than that, Dinobots really didn't play that big of a feature in that movie. Your next leader class after that is going to be Dark of the Moon Shockwave, which we have already seen that. We have seen that so many times that it's not even funny.
Yeah,
I
it's literally
actually have
the same.
one. Dadgummit.
Nothing
What
about
is it?
him has changed. It's literally the same.
Yeah, it's gonna be, yeah. I mean, include a parachute dude, and it's the same thing. So
Oh yeah.
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 But yeah, I mean, so far, so we've gone 2 waves into 2025, and nothing has hit a chord with all 5 of us or all 4 of
Brand
us.
new at all.
Let's see.
All right, so here we go.
All right, so then we head on to wave 3, where you finally get Constructicon Scrapper, or sorry, Scavenger, if I could speak tonight. And then that's going to be a deluxe. And then the Voyager class of Mixmaster. There'll be no leader classes in the 3rd wave. And then you'll get an Elita 1 from Transformers 1 in a deluxe. And so far, that is all that has been announced. So I don't know how much I'm looking forward to these.
Collecting old bots I didn't have now.
All right, so Takara, on the other hand, right? So Studio Series, Takara. So these are, let me see if I can get a little more clarification on these. These are all going to be, oh, I passed it. Hang on. So, all right. So similar to Power of the Primes, the Takara Studio Series line, all figures are identical to their Hasbro counterparts, foregoing Takara's past practice of using more movie-accurate paint jobs. This is most likely due to the line being an official collaboration between Hasbro and Takara Tomy, much like the Masterpiece movie series line. ID numbering differs, and number 8 after number 8 compared to the Hasbro release, since some of the exclusives are not released in Japan. Let's see. Takara also assigns ID numbers to the core class, which go on unnumbered in Hasbro. Let's see. Yeah, so let's see. In Takara, which I don't know how widely these are going to be available. I would imagine you'd be able to get them off the interwebs some sort of way. Let's see. Starting in 25 is Wave 53. You'll get a Studio Series 138 Megatron from Transformers 1. You'll get Decepticon Frenzy from the Bumblebee movie. Studio Series 140 will be Bumblebee from the 86 movie, and then a premium finish Ratchet from War for Cybertron, which is essentially just a package refresh because we already have a premium finish Ratchet in the War for Cybertron. Let's see. Wave 54, we'll see Studio Series 141 Mirage from Rise of the Beasts. So that was actually a pretty popular bot. When it first came out. Everyone was looking for it. You'll also get a Studio Series 142 Optimus Prime from Transformers the movie. So really nothing.
So another Optimus Prime from the movie?
Another Optimus from the Takara series. So you can expect different boxing.
Oh, it might have been the one. I don't know if you guys paid attention to it, but I sent over a picture, and I think it's that one. Like the packaging is redone, and then they cel shaded it, and it kind of looks like the Devastation Optimus Prime.
So they've also got a note in here that says Lawson ticket. So LAWSON ticket, which I don't know what that is, but it's the Studio Series -EX Nemesis Prime from Bumblebee.
Oh, Studio Series exclusive.
Yeah, Nemesis Prime from the Bumblebee movie. And then you'll also have the Transformers 40th Anniversary Expo Studio Series EX Bumblebee from Dark of the Moon. So let me see if I can click on this and find. Okay, so Nemesis Prime we've already got. That was actually MPM12N. Let's see if I can.
Oh, that's the one that I already have. Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Let me see if I can take a picture of this real quick using this iPad that I hate using.
There we go. So yeah, it says right there on the box, Studio Series 86 Scrapper is going to be 17 steps. And I think it's the bucket behind his head that makes him taller, because Bone Crusher is like 4.5 inches tall and Scrapper is supposed to be 6.5. I'm like, it's got to be the bucket behind his head.
All right, so that will be the Studio Series Nemesis, which is identical to the MP12N.
The Masterpiece.
Yep. So there's not a lot to him, honestly. But what stumps me is the Lawson ticket. I don't know what a Lawson ticket is. It's released exclusively at the 40th Anniversary Expo and 24 in Tokyo. Nemesis Prime is a redeco of Buzzworthy, Bumblebee, Rise of the Beast, Optimus Prime.
Oh, so he's gonna be a little smaller then.
Yeah. So this is the Optimus from that Expo.
Yep.
It's
Yeah,
literally
it
the
looks like
86. It's
86
just
Mach.
so,
Yeah.
and then that's what the box is supposed to look like.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, we've gone through the age of the primes, which I'm not all that thrilled about because it just sounds like another Power of the Primes gimmick to me. Thoughts on Studio Series? Anybody that you're looking
I think they
forward
need
to?
looking forward to probably the Q because they made one. I think it was a MegTech, but it was like super hard to find.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. The Constructicons maybe for me. I mean, I'll definitely get those. But aside from that, no one really jumps off the page. Now, I'm sure they'll announce more
Oh yeah.
as we get a little bit closer, or maybe all the way into 2025. You know, maybe they'll announce some more in figures. But with what's being presented right now, I don't know. I
Yeah,
think
that
it might be a
box looks
lean year for
killer.
collectors.
Yeah, this one's supposed to be the 40th, the Tokyo Expo exclusive brawl.
Yeah.
I like that box.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, the box does look cool.
And then they're also gonna do Beast Wars Magmatron as well.
Yeah, that one's.
Yeah.
The name
I
sounds
wasn't
good.
real big on the original Magmatron. What really got me is the green, whatever it is, Loch Ness monster or whatever he's supposed to be. I don't know what his name is, but even when he's sitting in robot form, which is his dinosaur fish. I don't know, the hippopotamus looking body with flippers and the really long giraffe neck. All the hollow points in his neck is just turns me off. And I mean, is there no way? I mean, it's 2024, all the technology that we've got, and you have to display and make the cheapness of the bot stand front and center. And that's just
Exactly.
crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, let me see if I can pull something up. You guys go ahead because it's going to take me a little while to find this.
So, yeah, don't know how well it'll come up. Here we go. Yeah, on Bone Crusher's box, he's got 16 steps to him. Literally, just a one-step difference between Scrapper and Bone Crusher. I also pulled up what a Lawson ticket was. Lawson tickets for Transformers can be purchased and picked up at Lawson convenience stores in Japan.
No, there you go. Okay.
So I'm guessing that's the exclusive part about that.
Yeah. Let's see. Locate a Loppy machine in a Lawson store. Show the QR code from the confirmation email. Agree to the privacy policy. Select no if you don't have a Ponta card. Enter your name, reservation details, pay the ticket fee at the counter within 30 minutes, and then the clerk will give you the ticket.
All right, so check that one out for Ape Link. Studio Series Ape Link.
So I actually got a customized Ape Link, and it basically looks the exact same.
Yeah. I mean, there's really nothing to him. I mean, he isn't that different from Optimus Primal.
With the
I mean, if
same
I'm being
exact size.
completely honest, yeah. I mean, you can look at the back of the box and it just isn't. I mean, that does absolutely zero for me. But
Both
going
of them
back to the
naked.
one, I just happened to see that one.
That's why we always hope for DNA kits.
Yes. DNA design has always pulled through.
It always does. So my question for that, for like the bots that they do make it, like, do they have a contract with them? So it's like, okay, so we'll make the bot, and then after you guys make the parts, or
So, all right. So there's Galvatron, Studio Series Galvatron. Yeah. I mean,
Great colors, poor mold.
no.
Yes.
That's all there is to it.
And we do have Double Punch here, which is going to be the first of the Studio Series. And I've got today, he screams cheapness.
Right.
so I basically have his brother.
It just does. It's, yeah. Yeah. I mean, that just screams Wish. You know, I mean, I could literally go to Wish or Team right now and type in, you know, Transformer and Scorpion, and I totally expect
And you'll get it
this
months in
something
advance.
that looks,
Oh yeah.
yeah, yeah. Let's see. I'm actually just finding this out. So, Transformers is doing a Mandalorian crossover
Oh
for the
yeah.
N1 Starfighter.
Oh yes, I already have
So
that.
I didn't know that.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
It might be helpful if I just
Yeah, once I
search
found
for
out they were
this.
releasing the Mandalorian, I pre-ordered it immediately.
He sold out super fast on Hasbro Pulse, but you can pick him up
Okay,
because
so
he's a Walmart exclusive.
this is my issue as soon as the picture loads. All right, so Magmatron in 3 pieces,
Oh yeah.
and the green guy's neck. And just zoom in on all the hollowed
It's
out
just
neck of the green guy.
full of gaps.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and they don't even hide it. That's, I mean,
Yeah, instead of like flipping it around, so you're like, oh, let's mislead the customers.
yeah. And then there he is, full on Magmatron. But yeah, the cheapness, that just rubs me the wrong way. I mean, nothing else. Even the bird's neck. So you can look at the bird's neck and see all the
Man.
gaps in the bird's neck. And then, you know, obviously he doesn't look too bad.
I think he
this
has gaps
picture
in it.
anyway. Yeah, but that green lizard thing with all the gaps in his neck just does it for me. It's just not cool at all. So yeah, that's what we have to look forward to. That's what's been announced. Sadly,
Exciting.
no.
as me and Wade were talking about, I wish they would continue with the Shattered Glass series,
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
especially to see the Insecticons. That would be so cool to see them in Autobot form.
I think that's like the best thing they've done, and didn't realize that it was one of the more successful things that they've done.
Oh,
Yeah, they kind of just dropped it out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, that was actually one thing you guys were going good with.
Yeah, and they'd like just brushed it off. They're like, oh, whatever.
They had maybe like 1 or 2 figures that were like but the rest were like, oh my god.
Yep.
Yeah, it was very, very sad, to say the least. And here's the one that I couldn't find earlier. So this is the alt mode of Studio Series Hatchet.
Yeah.
So, like I said, the GMC Yukon, Tahoe, whatever figure is spot on, but robot mode looks like a dog that's sitting on his back legs begging for a treat.
I hope he's
Yeah.
posable. I hope he's not stuck in that mode.
Yeah, I'm looking at the pictures now, and honestly, everything, even the back of the box, shows him in that mode.
Yes.
So I don't know if you're gonna get. There's his box.
I'll just have to wait for all the exclusive members to get it and watch their video.
Yeah, and see,
Yep.
like I said, his Yukon Tahoe mode is pretty spot on. It's just his robot mode is kind of sad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which, being a deluxe, I mean, there's only so much you can do with a deluxe figure anyway. But
Well,
I mean,
plus in like I don't know if it was like the MechTech series or so. They already had a hatchet that turned into like a mini jet.
Yeah. The
Yeah, it was like the
Darko Moon
Legends class.
Cyberverse.
Yeah, that one honestly was like so much better than that one. And I don't know why they didn't bring back that mold.
I think what it was like that one was especially hard to find.
Yeah, that one's very hard to find.
so looks like in the future we are getting a 3-piece set called the Transformers Dramatic Capture Series Autobot Headquarters set.
Yes.
And it is going to be Jazz. I'm not quite sure who that other dude is.
It's
I
part
think
of
it's Jazz,
the arc.
an extension. I think, what is it?
That's the
Teletran
command
1.
center.
Yeah, like the computer.
Teletran 1. So, yeah, you'll get. Yeah, so there's. Let's see, blow this up. All right, so there's Teletran
another
1.
Optimus.
It's kind of cool that they gave him a robot mode.
Yeah, so there's Teletran 1, and then obviously he's going to transform into a giant
the
square. Yeah, Teletran. But I will say the Jazz looks pretty cool. Very G1-ish.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a re-release
Yeah,
of 86 Jazz.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty spot on. Optimus is okay.
Earthrise Kingdom repaint.
I don't even know if that's Earthrise Kingdom because that's very basic looking Prime.
It looks like, yeah, that's Earthrise and Kingdom were like the same, just package refresh.
Yeah.
And then which one was it? The Netflix box version of Optimus.
And there's your set together. But yeah. So I don't know. I guess they had to do something with the with the Autobots, since they had the throne room scene from the Decepticons.
Yeah.
Right now, there's also a Legacy United Dinobot Dino King multi-pack.
That one honestly is pretty nice, especially with the DNA kit just brought up for it.
It looks like they are all core size Transformers. And there's the box.
Oh yeah, I
that
want to say
everything will
that's
be
supposed
getting
to
in.
be the Decepticon variant of Volcanicus.
It is, yeah. They're basically just remolds or repaints.
Yeah.
So yeah, and they all have Japanese names. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce some of those names. But yeah, just looking at the pictures, looks like they're all core class. And then they, of course, all form Dino King. But he's actually in stock now for $80 on Hasbro Pulse. If any of you guys wanted to pull the trigger on that. I'll let you guys go first, and then So looking at some of the Instagram comments, Avatar said that they're a guy named Toys space R space us with 3 S's did a review for Hatchet, and it says his articulation is So
Yeah.
I don't see that.
May not be posable enough.
Yeah. Like I said, I think you're pretty much limited to a dog begging for treats. So, yeah.
Stop it.
Pull the trigger, guys. Buy some bots.
I gotta pay.
No, don't say that, Wolf, because this is figuratively, but for me it's literally.
Didn't you already pre-order it, Alex?
What, Hatchet?
Yeah.
Yeah, I pre-ordered Hatchet just because I really like the Suburbans, like in the movie.
No,
so
yeah.
I have 4 of them, and I was like, I have to get Hatchet to make it 5. But those are like personal collection.
Yeah. So let's see. Avatar also said that there's no waist joint in that particular Hatchet. So that severely limits. I mean, you're basically going back to like the vintage Star Wars figures where, the arms are already like pre-bent, and that's it. You can, if you want them to bend them over, you have to basically pick them up and then turn them sideways so they bend. So yeah, I'm not sure that one's gonna be.
Yeah, that's kind of a bit.
I don't know. Maybe it'd be a shell former. It may very well. I mean, this could be something that I've been waiting for a long time, which is just a Walmart mass clearance event, because I love shopping at Walmart on
yeah.
I'm glad that they're re-releasing a space shuttle, because that one was kind of hard to find.
So anyway, Instagram viewers, do you guys have any comments? I'm actually reading some of y'all's comments as we go through, and looks like Wolf is playing with Legos and Alex is eating a ham sandwich. So we've got time. If anyone on Instagram has anything to add, do you guys know of anything that's been announced that hasn't hit shelves yet? Do you have any inside info on the Age of the Primes line that's coming out? or have you heard of any special projects that are coming out that we haven't covered in this video? So Instagram, it's up to you. Just drop it in the comments. I'll pick it up, and if we can, we'll expand on it if we know anything.
They
No,
have
no
shown some
comments.
pictures of Prima.
Do what?
They have shown some pictures of Prima. It's like the
I'm not familiar
prototype
with
of
that.
the Prima Prime.
Oh, Prima. Yeah.
Prima. That's what it
It's
is.
Prima and then like someone else, the white one, like the Land Rover.
It's like the Red Alert or something.
Oh yeah, something about Red Alert. Yeah.
But they're just prototypes for now, and they're all headless.
Foreshadowing Ironhide.
Or in my case, Ratchet. So that's all I've got on the toy line. Did anyone see that amazing victory today by the South Carolina Gamecocks? Absolutely waiting till the very last minute to put the smack down on Clemson. So sorry if you're a Clemson fan, but
Nah.
Gamecocks got it done today. So
Those are the best
I'm
type of
just
games when you're on the edge of your seat and then you're just like your team just manages to pull it off.
Well, we
from
were
you.
actually, so Carolina was losing that entire game until the last 5 minutes. Clemson had the ball and was actually marching, and we forced a punt. We got the ball, and our quarterback, who, silver lining, our quarterback is getting better and better and has been for the past 5-6 weeks, but he is only a redshirt freshman. So he's got several more years if he decides to stay with us to just grow. Yeah. And this guy is a true dual threat quarterback. But what makes him different is he wants to throw the ball. So his first instinct is to stay in the pocket and throw. But when he gets out and gets going, I mean, the scramble that he did to actually give us a touchdown in the lead of the game, we were at the 23-yard line. And, I mean, he sat back in the pocket for a good 4 or 5 seconds. No one was open because of the excellent coverage downfield. And he just went right through the A-gap and just missed everybody and just whoop, whoop, touchdown. I was like, holy crap, dude. But we gave Clemson the ball with like 1:20 left on the clock, and they were marching. They started on the 20, and they actually made it all the way down to like the 18, 19-yard line in the red zone. And then Cade Klubnik decided that it was best if he just went ahead and threw an interception so he could get to the locker room and go to the bathroom. So that's what he did, and we took the victory formation, took the knee, and took the game. So yeah, I didn't sit down the entire game, so I was really excited because for us, so Carolina we're 9-3 now, but we really don't have a shot for the playoffs because we're like 5th in the SEC. But by beating Clemson plays for the ACC championship. So by us beating Clemson, if Clemson happens to win their championship game, it makes us look a lot better in the mind's eye than it does on paper because we beat an ACC champion. So I think we're ranked 15th now. We'll probably move up to 13th or something in the rankings on Tuesday. But yeah, I think they showed a graphic. We have a 39% chance of actually making the playoffs, which I don't think we will, but as a fan, you can always hope. Yeah. So, but yeah, we need a little bit of help to get there. I really needed Vanderbilt to beat Tennessee, and that didn't happen. So it kind of
Tennessee beat Vanderbilt.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was like 37-14 or something like that. But at the beginning of the game, it was 14-0 Vanderbilt. I was like, heck yeah, here we go. Another Alabama game where they just stomp them. But Tennessee held on. So now it's down to Texas and Texas A&M. So I'm kind of hoping that Texas puts it on A&M because we beat Texas A&M. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know. But anyway. So, guys, that's all I've got. We've gone through everything that has been made available to us for the 2025 toy line. Anything to add? I don't have any comments from Instagram. So,
Let me pull up my list thing right quick.
Aiden, that was 8 steps.
8 steps.
Yes. This is like the least amount of steps I've had to do for a Transformer.
Oh,
you don't have any flipping changes? Come on,
Mm-mm.
Alex.
No, I was like 10 years old trying to figure out how to do Studio Series.
Right? I'm like, how? I think about all the ones I broke just trying to transfer
Yes.
form. I'm like, oh.
let's see here. All right.
I was actually going to ask you during your Black Friday live last night, and then the stream cut off, and
Yeah, my
wasn't
internet
sure.
absolutely died last night, and I have
Oh, man.
no idea why.
Yeah, I wasn't sure
Zero.
when you'd be coming back. So.
Yeah, I actually started a couple lives after that, and just nothing would work. I was like, dude, I guess it's just fate telling me it's time to go to bed.
So, yeah, I wanted to ask you, how much were you still doing Night Watch Optimus for?
Ooh.
If you're able to get to him, that's cool. If not, no worries. I won't worry about him.
Yeah, I'm not sure where he's at. Yeah, I'll look for that one because the plan for tonight is to actually go and clean up some of this stuff and start re-inventorying my bots and get them in the correct location. So that way we can just say, yep, I got it. Here it is right here. And we can just spit prices out. So yeah, as soon as I find him, I'll take a picture and I DM you, and yeah, we can go from there.
Sounds good.
So Night Watch Optimus on the list. Write that down. Night Watch for Wolf. All right, good deal. All right, guys. Well, that's all I got. I appreciate you guys hopping on and lending your knowledge and expertise, and hopefully everybody on Instagram and by that extension YouTube had fun. If you guys got questions, always head over to Instagram. Instagram handle is at TransformersRUs_. Ask me anything. I'll be here for a while, and we'll try to get some answers for you if you've got questions. If you want to chat, just start chatting, and we'll go from there. But as far as the show tonight, I guess that about wraps it up. Aiden, Wolf, Alex, really appreciate you guys showing up and lending your expertise. And yeah, maybe we'll do this again. So I do have a special guest coming up. Haven't nailed down a time yet because they are fairly busy, but as soon as I can get this guest lined up, we're going to try to get you three guys, Conti, and our special guest on, and hopefully by that time I'll have my green screen up behind me, and the idea with that is I will be able to show everyone by using the green screen and throwing the pictures up behind me, so we won't have to hold up iPads to the camera and all that stuff and do it the ghetto way. So we're going to do it the legitimate way, where yeah, we can just throw the green screen and I can swap pictures and everything, and yeah, hopefully it'll be pretty cool. But it's going to take me a little while to work around all that. Got to find a nice clean spot to actually do it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I hope you guys are looking forward to it. It is absolutely Transformers related. It's just not Transformers in a way that you're thinking about them right now. So look forward to that. I'll give you guys as much notice as I can. Like I said, once we get a time and date situated, we'll send the invite out to you guys. Y'all can plan for it. Hopefully you all can make it, and yeah, we can ask some questions and find out. And who knows, we might even have 2 special guests. So fingers crossed all this works out. I've been chasing them for a while, and they finally committed. We just haven't nailed down a date and time yet. So yeah, I think it'll be good times. But as far as tonight's show, that's all we got. I hope you guys have fun. Instagram, you guys are great. If you missed any part of this, roll on over to our YouTube channel. It's www.transformersrs.com. This video in its entirety will be on that channel if you want to go back and learn about any of the bots coming out next year for 2025. So until then, you guys have a great night. I'm going to watch some more football, and yeah, we'll talk to you guys later.
All right, man.
Have fun, guys. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a good one.
See y'all.